Shalom, Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Baruch Kadash. That honors the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well, and salutation to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing the truth of sincerity. Shalom, Akim. Yeah, speaking about our women, the black woman who's always in the trouble, and is the face of promiscuity and just wide openness as far as a woman. With the Sexy Reds, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, our women are just all over the place. And nowadays, where we're into this baby mama era, where women, they don't want a husband anymore; they just want a baby daddy. So you can go ahead and she'll have 4 or 5 different baby daddies, and they'll be okay with that. And in today's society, should be accepted, and there's a whole group for them type of people. This is where we're at in society right now, where, when I was growing up, my era started my era was when the government came and told them to go ahead and pull the man out the household. You know what I'm saying? Because I always bring this story out. I remember growing up, and women were moving from the Chicagoland area. They were leaving because the funds were being depleted, as well as other states were jockeying for black women. As far as California would give you like $1,000 per baby. Minnesota was giving you a certain amount on your link. Wisconsin, Indiana, all these different states around us were giving benefits to the single mom. And California was trumping everybody because, like I said, they were giving $1,000 plus Section 8 housing, And that's like one of the number one things that the black woman loves to get is that Section 8 housing, She'll stunt like she's doing it all by herself and got it. But shit, she only paying like 10 cents for rent, while the government pays the rest of it. But just pulling out different things about our women and the trouble that they're in, and it's gonna get a lot worse. Watching a video that made me make this one about men are using fighting techniques to go after these women now, man. They gonna hunt these women down now, as well as in certain states, in certain areas. If a woman turns down a man's call, she can get shot, she get punched, all sorts of things, man. As well as, you got to think about this too, because a lot of these women are so loose, man. Back in the ancient days, a single woman was not supposed to be outside that house when the sun goes down. The men were roaming around, and when you got a woman, that was your woman, And fast forward to today, these women, they're all over the place. They're all on the internet making fun, making themselves look foolish. They're on planes. You could just cut on the internet, any one of your social networks, and see the black woman just cutting up. This is, just cutting up. At the end of the day, part of the curses. These are part of the curses, man. But these women, I think everything's going to continue as was. They feel as though, that they're the creme de la creme, they're the prize winner, I had a woman come to me today and tell me some disrespectful stuff, and it was, in her mind, it was funny, but it is what it is. 'Cause I don't have to react. I know who I am. I know what's going to happen. I know things are going to happen. I could even call on the Lord and put curses on you, but I'm not even that. It wasn't that far. And it could have been that far. Cause I know brothers who put curses on people for less. A simple twist of the name, a simple making fun of a brother, man. Hey, send curses up on this person, But the lady, I know her, and she was just talking, but kind of got under my skin. But it is what it is, man. Our women are very disrespectful. This is First Corinthians 11, and I'm gonna start at 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. And this is a cut because a lot of what, like I said a second ago, a lot of these women believe that we are for them, we were made for them, we are catered to them. Nowadays, you have a super rise of women preachers in these churches and stuff, man. And you bring out certain verses in the Bible, and they'll try to cut, that was Old Testimony, that was taken out of context, this and that. They have the biggest, reasons why they're doing what they're doing, which is wicked. Pure wickedness, But at the end of the day, you know, we're in the last days, and these people are they're boastful of themselves, you know, and women get a pride out of telling a man what to do, you know, and especially in these churches and stuff where they're donating all this money, and now you have these empresses, and they call all sorts of different titles on them, man. But are those women telling you about what's getting ready to happen? Are they telling you about the things that are coming down the road as far as these scriptures? Can they break down these scriptures? No, because the Lord's not dealing with them, man. He puts a man ahead of a woman. I just read the scripture. The woman comes from the man. We weren't. Women weren't first. You know, that's another construct they have out. Women, ladies first, ladies first. You know, we could continue to go on and on because these different things have been set up to put blockers on men and just to keep you weak and docile, as well as far as also, you know, jockeying for women. You know, as far as, you know, sweating them, giving them your all. You know, my baby, my baby, my baby type shit, man. These men are weak, man. But at the end of the day, you know, there's things going on, man. The Lord is putting a spirit upon these people, you know, and He's riling them up, man. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abide, the love of many shall wax cold. Slack abound, shall abound. The love of many shall wax cold. So what do we see happening now, man? You know, like I said at the beginning of the video, you got these guys over in Brazil. What I took from it, they got turned down by a woman or something. You know what I'm saying? They got sick and tired. They're sick and tired of these women. So what are they doing? They're punching. They're punching. They're putting daggers. You know, just do different defensive things. But when they come into a woman and encounter a woman and she does not want to do what they want to do, or you know, she has a big mouth on her. You know. But yeah, these women, you know, they're all over the place with it, man. You know, they have these different festivals. They have these different restaurants eating and dashing. They're shooting at people. I just seen a video of a Northern Kingdom woman shot up a bar and stuff, you know. So these women, and then you got the black one, you know, the black women, you know, they used to have these things called these strip clubs, which were prominent in back in the day. You know, it's not so prominent no more because it's too violent, and you don't know if you're looking at a man or a woman. But a guy I was listening to on YouTube, he said that even when you go to the strip club, the strippers supposed to be stripping. They're pointing guns at people and stuff, acting like they're mimicking guns and shit, shots, like listening, trying to do what the rappers in the videos are saying and stuff. So yeah, everything's out of order, man. This is Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies, man. You know, and that's real, man. Because these women, like I said, they're all out of order, man. They're out of order, man. And especially our women, man. These sexy reds, these Cardi B's, that's just nasty filthiness, man. Let me bring this as an NIV. I'm gonna read that Proverbs 31:10 again. A wife of noble character, who can find? That's a question the scripture's asking. Who can find her? She is worth far more than rubies, man. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures speak about a virtuous woman, because a lot of the women think that we hate them. You know, we talk down on them. No, we want order in our women, and you women don't want order, man. You want to continue to do as thou wilt. And why? Because the society allows them to do that, man. You know, it allows them to divorce a man and take all his earnings, man. And he got to take care of the kids, or he might not be able to see the kids. You know, and all sorts of stipulations. Because mind you, the woman knows what you want and what you like and care for in this world. So some brothers like their kids a lot. So the woman be like, man, I'm gonna take the kids away from you. Since you like the kids more than me, I'm gonna keep the kids away from you. Or some women be like, a man is trying to stack his money up to do something. So guess what she'll do? She'll hit him with child support or just alimony and the rest of it. You know, it's all sorts of ways these women could get on top here in this wicked society, man. And it's unrighteousness. He says, yeah, it's not right, man. At the end of the day, it's not right, man. And we are breaking these things down, man, because these people, you know, the way the society is, they allow them to continue thinking the way they think, man. And ultimately, that leads going to lead to their death, man. There are men practicing fighting techniques just to turn on these women because they're getting turned down. There's serial killers out here that are hunting these black women because the world knows the black woman will go for anything for a couple dollars. I was listening to this one guy. He says, man, this shit is so crazy and easy out here. He's like, man, You can call up a woman, tell her you giving her a couple dollars. She'll come to your house, don't know you from nowhere, don't even know you're a serial killer or nothing, and there goes her final destination right there at your house because she don't know nothing. All she want to do is get a couple dollars. And these are the times we're coming into, man. You know, these women are it's about to be a wrap for them, man. Let me bring that out, man. I thought I brought it up, but I didn't. This is Isaiah 32:9. Rise ye. Slack 32 and Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come, man. You know, yeah, you the things that you have are getting ready to, their beauty is getting ready to go away. I was breaking down to a girl once before, it was a young girl. You know, I was just explaining to her that, you know, y'all go from like age, whenever that period drops, whether it's 15, 16 or whatever, you know, when you're super legal, you know, that's your womanhood is starting there. That's when your beauty is kicking in, you know. And you got until about 25 to 30. So what is that? That's a good 10 to 15 year run for women. And in that time period, you're supposed to find you a husband because you're in a time glass. You don't have but so much time as a woman. I was explaining to the woman the other day that pissed me off that I could be 80, 90 years old and still squirting out semen, and I can impregnate a woman. While your eggs are done with, you know. So these type of things, you know, women ain't trying to be funny. Oh, you're old, you're old. No, you're old. You're old. We just getting into our prime. He says, Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make your bear and a girdle of sackcloth upon your loins, man. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about these women, you know, we're getting ready into we're spring right now, and we're going to be going into summer very soon, and these women are going to be out here half naked. They already wear these biker pants and shirts and stuff, and they wear them all around town and everywhere. So everybody can see the curves, the cuts, and everything else in their body, man. You know? But that's how our women are, man. You know, so they're careless, like the scripture speaks about. You know, they're not giving their ear to the prophets. They rather go off their own heart. So what's going to lead to them? What happens after that? Death, man. Your own heart, your own wicked heart will lead you to death. With that being said, it was edifying. Shalom, Akim.